my latest invention. It is a kryptonite ray gun. Aha! I see you know what kryptonite does to Superman. So, now our trap is set, and soon it will be sprung. Take your positions, men.
Well, Miss Lane, I'm flattered that the Daily Planet wants to do a story on me, but I'm afraid I'll have trouble describing my brilliance in 1,000 words or less.
What is it that makes you think you're so great, Luthor?
Simply that everyone else is so hopelessly inferior that I can't help but be the most intelligent man on Earth.
If you're so intelligent, Luthor, then how come you're locked up in a prison cell?
An excellent observation, Miss Lane. For you see, I won't be in this prison cell much longer. I've developed the greatest plan of my career in which I'll destroy the Super Friends and turn Superman into a helpless weakling.
I owe my life to you. What's your name?
Lex Luthor. Meeting you, Superboy, is about the most thrilling thing that's ever happened to me. And I've got quite a surprise for you. Follow me. I've admired you for years. To me, you're the greatest boy in the world.
I'm really touched, Lex. But what's all that stuff?
That's my chemistry lab, Superboy. I'm a farm boy now, but my secret ambition is to be the world's greatest scientist.
All right, my ring. Lovely jewel, isn't it? I believe it's called kryptonite. And isn't kryptonite the only substance that can destroy you?
Stop it, Luthor.
Oh, very well. Now then, I believe you are going to arrest me. Although, I can't imagine why. I'm a strictly legitimate businessman.
That's kryptonite, Superman. Little souvenir from the old hometown. I've spared no expense to make you feel right at home.
You were great in your day, Superman. But it just stands to reason. When it came time to cash in your chips, this old diseased maniac would be your banker.
You don't even care where the other missile's headed, do you?
Certainly I do. I know exactly where it's headed. Hackensack, New Jersey.
The frosting of my revenge, Leon, will be the lovely profit I will realize from the sale of these trinkets. Especially this gorgeous jewel.
Why am I not surprised to find you here, Lex? Could it be because you always have your greedy paws where they don't belong?
Well put, Superboy. And might I add, we have here a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Oh, what would that be, Lex?
If we pooled our talents, think of the heights we could climb.
Well, let me see. How do I hate thee? Let me count the ways. I hate that dull look of integrity in your eyes. I hate your moronic pretty boy charm. I hate that damn curl in the middle of your forehead. I hate your feeble-minded glaze of goodwill. Bottom line, I hate you because you hate me.
Good to be at it again, hmm? Now, tell me, be honest. Isn't one of us without the other incomplete, almost unnecessary, or am I all alone here? Oh, I hope not, because there's nothing more painful than unrequited hate. Too consumed with evil to feel. What a simple world you live in. All the powers that fate gave you, how little you understand an ordinary man's heart and the lengths it will drive him to. Take her from me, and I will unleash all the forces of hell on this city.
As long as I have the rock, you can't stop me. But it is bothersome to have you always trying. So, the deal is this. You leave me and my operations alone, and I and my little green rock will leave you alone.
I don't make deals with criminals.
I control everything in this town, Superman. Your cooperation is not really necessary. The offer was merely a courtesy.
You will never control me, Luthor. Never!
Well then, I guess I'll have to kill you. President? Foolish, faceless man. My campaign is a farce. A small part of a much grander scheme. President. Do you know how much power I'd have to give up to be president? That's right, conspiracy buff. I spent $75 million on a fake presidential campaign. All just to tick Superman off. Now,
about those files you stole from me.
After all that work to get Metallo powered up, he's stopped by a clown in a batsuit! There's no one left to challenge the Kryptonian anymore. No allies of any strength or cunning. Not here, not in Metropolis. I'm on my own. Unless... Mercy, get my jet ready. We're going to be spending some time at our Gotham division. That's where we'll find the answer to our problem. One meddling Batman I could destroy easily, but where did this other one come from? Which other planets support humanoid life? Ran, Thanagar, Earth? Earth. Yes! Well, with Rodon in the atmosphere, someone from Earth would have incredible power on Zuranar. Also a great weakness. Guard! I'm done with the room. Thank you. And I want to assure all Americans and all the citizens of the world that I intend to handle this meteor with the same efficiency that characterized my previous endeavors. But, as a precaution, I'd like to meet with Superman as soon as possible. It's time to bury our rivalry once and for all, and work together for the good of mankind. You feel okay, Superman? I hope you voted before you got here, because you might not be leaving.
You diseased maniac! No one is going to elect you president!
Oh yes, they will. Once we've flown over the country dispensing my friend Joker's gas, I'll win in a landslide. Since I was deprived of the Man of the Year award in Gotham City, we're starting at their city hall. Sorry you won't be there. When I'm president, I'll build a statue of you.
And I assure the noble people of this city that thanks to LexCorp's team of scientists, our energy resources are stronger than ever. The new state-of-the-art LexCorp power plants will provide comfort and productivity for generations to come. Together, we will shepherd this great city of ours into the future.
A lizard after my own heart. Fearless, cunning, merciless.
Let's make this quick, people. I don't have all day. Nonsense. I have talked with the mayor and his people, and they are behind this project 1,000%.
I'll have advanced alien technology thousands of years beyond what anyone could throw at me. Bring it on! The rest of the world will be begging me for a piece of high-tech beachfront property. In fact, they'll pay through the nose for it.
But millions of people will die.
Billions! Once again, the press underestimates me. This is front page news. Come on, let me hear you say it just once. Come on.
You're insane.
No! No, the other thing. Come on, I know it's just dangling out the tip of your tongue. Let me hear it just once, please.
Superman will never...
Wrong!
He's back. Just as I'm about to achieve my greatest triumph, that Boy Scout in blue tights decides to come back. Then again, as I've always said, to pull off the greatest crime of the century, one would want the greatest challenge of the century. Well, Superman, you're going to wish you'd never returned.
Kryptonite. The ultimate bane to Superman. If he were only as big as my head. I spent 2 years and $3 billion mining outer space, and this green grain of rice is all I have to show for it?
Oh, it's a pretty green.
Unless I have enough of it to make Superman's head explode, Mercy, my dear. It's not the kind of green that interests me.
Just look at him. So sleek, so powerful, so beautiful. Like some great golden god made flesh. Of course, any sensible god would demand absolute obedience in return for his favor. But no, our Man of Steel protects us and keeps us with no strings attached. And the people, they practically worship him anyway. Enjoy your reign while you may, Superman. For as surely as night follows day, there comes a time when even gods must die.
Superman?
He's not even human. An alien, like Brainiac. Call him our planet's champion? Ha! It wasn't Superman who brought the exobites back through time and created a new army. It was me, my future self. Let Superman pretend he knows what's best for humanity. I will prove, now and forever, he's not our planet's savior. I am. The future belongs to Lex Luthor.
Aren't you supposed to be in prison, Luthor?
Yes. Unfortunately, you only incarcerated one of my Lex bots. A crude model, but sufficient to fool your super senses.
Pretty clever, using me and Jimmy as unwitting pawns to dose Superman with red kryptonite.
You two follow Superman like lovesick puppies. And while the effects were temporary, I knew they would be enough to turn the public against you, Superman. Once trust is lost, it can be difficult to regain.
Here it is. Just imagine what I could accomplish with the ability to travel anywhere instantaneously. I'm going to download their schematics. Amazing. It's more advanced than I thought. This is Luthor. I'm transferring the portal technology to the LexCorp servers. With this, I'll rebuild LexCorp. Nothing will stop me.
Lois! What a wonderful surprise! Apologies in advance for not buying you anything, but I've been reading 13 fascinating books this morning. Leave the usual present on the desk, and you have my word that one of my assistants can open it later, sweetheart.
Who was that red-headed guy I just passed in the hall? He looked kind of familiar.
Well, he shouldn't have. That was Mr. James Olsen, the Pentagon's anti-Superman advisor, and probably the next director of the CIA. Olsen commissioned LexCorp to develop what we think could be the most effective anti-Superman deterrent yet.
I'm not just the leader of my world's Justice League. I'm its only surviving member. We were systematically destroyed by a group of superpowered beings known as the Crime Syndicate. They've run rampant for years, doing whatever they pleased. They rule through fear, occasionally turning their powers against the populace, just to remind us. In the hope of maintaining some minimal order, the authorities simply pretend they aren't there. But increasingly, they refuse to be ignored.
It sickens me, that insipid, boyish grin, the smug self-regard. Tell the truth, doesn't his very existence diminish you? Diminish us all?
Are you trying to intimidate me?
I'm trying to educate you. We all fall short of his sickening, inhuman perfection. Feel that, Kent. Real muscle. Not the gift of alien biochemistry, the product of hard work.
You don't really act like a man facing the end of his life.
No, I don't. So, how's Superman these days?
Finest criminal mind in the universe, and I'm stopped by a gang of fashionistas. Maybe I'm written that way. Maybe they're written that way. Lex is a genius. Lex tries to win, but the Justice League won't let him win, and the world rejoices. Oh, it's a good story, but I hate the story. Why do I always end up in here?
Where am I? I was at my mother's doing laundry and then
anthrax, Luthor? Not on my watch.
Weaponized.
Boom!
This traffic is ridiculous. I knew I should have taken my teleporter to work today. I have a teleporter, you know. I invented it myself. Blah, blah, blee, blah. Then yet every day you carpool with us. To hell with this. I'm teleporting.
This is Lex Luthor. Only one thing alive on less than 4 legs can hear this frequency, Superman, and that's you. In approximately 5 minutes, a poisonous gas will flood the city, annihilating half of Metropolis. Seems excessive, but how else was I going to meet you, Superman? After all, you never accept an invitation to tea. But a disaster, with citizens in danger. Well, I just knew you wouldn't resist the chance to help.
By sending a targeted energy pulse from our stealth drone, we will deactivate the Justice League's power generator, housed in the south quadrant of the Hall of Justice. rendering those hapless heroes completely defenseless. And we're in the middle of a meeting! Do you fools want to tell me what's so important? Hello, Superman? Hey, ordinarily f*** you, but is there anything weird going on over there?
Define weird.
Oh, I don't know. Just weird, like out of the ordinary.
Nope, everything's good over here. And you?
Couldn't be better. Just checking. Take care, go f*** yourself, bye!
So, Gargamel, tell me again how you expect to meet Superman? Now, I don't want to say anything rude, but, well, I will sing this. He's a dope and he's gonna die.
At first I was like, Ashton is Steve Jobs, forget about it. But have you seen those pictures?
Well, we finally did it.
We finally made a fool of Superman, huh, Zod?
Actually, I really am, Bono.
Oh, nice work.
What up, Dork Munch?
Lex Luthor? But where's my Luthor?
Well, he had a dentist appointment.
Do you even know how to skate?
How hard could it be? I'm gonna just lie here for a few minutes.
He couldn't help but feel that Superman's fortress of solitude was interfering with his social life.
Vengeance is a sucker's game, son. And yours can only be achieved at the cost of your own life. I don't believe in risk. I believe in preparation. You see, ever since you vacated that cozy little freezer unit we provided for you in Tibet, I've expected this confrontation. So I came prepared. What is it you really want, son? Revenge or satisfaction?
So you need some sort of scanner to help identify these duplicates.
Exactly. This is data from the duplicate Batman I'm holding at Stryker's.
That's helpful. It's still going to take a few weeks.
You'll figure it out. You always do.
Glad to be of service. No dinner this evening? Stefan has a new shipment of that Kansas beef.
Next time. These duplicates. Do you think there's a Lois where they come from?
There was only one Lois.
Mr. Wayne, Lex Luthor calling. Apologies for going via your direct line, but I grow tired of these games. LexCorp has made a very generous offer for Wayne Tech's Applied Sciences division, yet your persistent unavailability begins to look less like a busy schedule and more like deliberately antagonistic behavior. Come now, meet with me. I'm sure we can come to an agreement. A man of your refined taste doesn't need an Applied Sciences division after all. He needs another $1 billion.
Aquaman's Doomsday device should be easy for me to find simply by locating the power source. A weapon capable of wiping out continents would require an astonishing amount of energy. Based on my analysis of the shockwave, our course should take us right over the origin point. And there's nothing, not a blip.
I am Lex Luthor. I have a proposition for you.
Is this any way to treat your guests, Superman? Your kind attracts their kind. I'm simply an innocent industrialist caught in the middle.
Before you think of laying a finger on me, you should know that I have an army of lawyers on retainer. I am the greatest mind of our time. Join LexCorp, and together we will put humanity on its proper course. You are humanity's end, Superman. The weak will lean on you until they can do nothing for themselves. Remember, Superman, it was a human who ended you.
Now is the hour. We set into motion cataclysmic change to the planet. The Legion of Doom shall rule in a new world order. No one can stop us.
I thought we were melting the polar ice caps.
No, my dear Cheetah, the exact opposite. As those glaciers swell, the world's water level shrinks, expanding the coastlines of every continent. Land we already own. Another brilliant plan from a brilliant mind.
In the past, each of us fighting a lone hero had some chance of winning. But now, against all of them? I say to you that if the super criminals of the world want to survive, we too must band together and form not a league of justice, but a legion. A legion of doom!
I apologize for my bluntness. Let's face it, the Justice League may be a three-headed hydra, but there's only one head that truly counts.
It's no surprise. You've hated me from day one.
I hated what you embody. Unassailable power is never to be trusted. Look at the way the government uses you, and you them, while the world walks on eggshells. Eventually, you would have had to come to blows with Washington. The wonder is that it took this long.
I opted to relocate my high-tech mobile laboratory into Slaughter Swamp. For good luck, since Solomon Grundy discovered kryptonite here. This is the Bizarro Superman, created in my laboratory. And he is security here.
You old card, you!
It was a lab accident. I'm not proud. But while Bizarro may be simple, he's completely loyal to me. You see, his impulses are the complete opposite of Superman's.
Hand the staff over, Lex.
Batman, come and get it.
Oh, hilarious Man of Steel. You should have been the man of stand-up. But we'll see who gets the last laugh. I wouldn't get any closer. If you get sucked into the event horizon, you'll never get out. It's the vacuum cleaner that never needs emptying. If I could sell these on Earth, I'd be a billionaire.
You were born to be the chosen one. You're simply better than us. And that always killed you. No. No, what killed me is that you didn't even want it. You fought it, you hid from it. I would have taken it and relished it, embraced it. You and I, we will both be great men. Because of each other. We have a destiny together, Clark. Only on different sides.
See, what we call God depends upon our tribe, Clark Joe. Because God is tribal. God takes sides. No man in the sky intervened when I was a boy to deliver me from Daddy's fists and abominations. I figured out way back. If God is all-powerful, he cannot be all good. And if he is all good, then he cannot be all-powerful. And neither can you be. They need to see the fraud you are. With their eyes. The blood on your hands.